Alright, let's look at the homework 14.4, problem number 4. Alright, so we want to find dz and delta z. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so first thing I would do is I'm going to go ahead and call this function z f of x comma y. Alright, so if we want to find the dz. Right, so the dz is going to be simply take the partial with respect to x times dx plus partial with respect to y times dy. Alright? Alright, so let's find the partial with respect to x. So partial with respect to x is going to be, alright, so partial of x squared with respect to x is 2x. Alright, partial of negative xy with respect to x is negative y. Alright, so then partial of 9y squared is going to be 0 since it's considered to be a constant. So we have partial with respect to x, and we have to plug in 3 comma negative 1. Alright, so we have 6 times 2 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6, minus negative 1, so it's going to be plus 1. So that's going to be 7, right? And then we want to find the dx. Dx is going to be, right? So you're going from 3 to 2.97, so it's going to be a negative 0.03, right? And partial with respect to y would be, alright, partial of x squared with respect to y is 0. Partial of negative xy with respect to y would be negative x. And the partial of 9y squared with respect to y would be plus 18y. So if you plug in 3 comma negative 1, we will get, alright, negative 3 and 18 times negative 1, so minus 18. So it's going to be negative 21. Alright, then dy is going to be, alright, so you have a negative 1 to negative 1.05. So it's going to be negative 0.05. Alright, so this is going to be equal to, alright, so we're going to have to plug in, alright, 7 times negative 0.03 and plus, actually, minus 21 times negative 0.05. Right? So this is going to be equal to, right? So it's going to be negative 0.3 times 7, so it's a 2, 1, right? Minus, it's going to be plus, right? So you have, okay, 21 times 0.5, so it's going to be 1 times 5 is 5, and 2 times 5 is 10. Alright, then you have, let's see, so you have 1.05. Alright, so this is going to be equal to, alright, so 1.05 minus 0.21. Let's see, 5 minus 1 would be 4. Alright, and then, let's see, and 10 minus 2 is 8, so 0.84. Alright, so let's type it in. We got 0.84. Alright, so I'm going to just go ahead and check the answer first. Submit for testing. Alright, it came back and it looks like we got this one correctly. Alright, so let's find the delta z. Alright, for delta z, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to open up a GeoGebra then I'm going to type in f of x comma y. All right, so this is equal to x squared minus x times y and plus 9 y squared. All right, we got that, and here. All right, oops. All right, is that right? Okay, yeah, we got that. Then we want to find f of 2.97 comma negative 1.05 and minus f of 3 comma negative 1 and hit enter. All right, and I have to go to option and rounding to 4 decimal places. So at 0.8619, so it's going to be 0.8619. All right, so let's check the answer. Submit for testing. All right, I came back and we got this one correctly as well. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.